What's up, guys? Welcome to the Amazon Savages podcast. Today, I'm joined with FBA Michaela. She's a 7-figure seller. She does online arbitrage and wholesale, maybe mostly wholesale now. We'll get into it. And then we got John, who is also doing 7 figures. And he's been on my pod a few times. You guys know him. He's a bulk bookseller turned online arbitrage seller. So he betrayed the book selling community to sell other products on Amazon. Welcome to the Amazon Savages podcast.
Welcome to the Amazon Savages podcast. Hear the stories of Amazon sellers crushing it in the game and keep up with the latest strategies that are working. Sit back, relax, and remember, if you truly try and work really hard, you will make a ridiculous amount of money selling on Amazon.
What's up, guys?
That's cool.
Don't you usually say something after it?
Me?
Yeah. I feel
I change it up.
Say something.
You got a listener to the pod right here. That's a true fan. I sometimes say stuff. Sometimes I don't. I like to switch it up, But both you guys would be at Miami Sellers Conference. I thought I'd invite you onto the podcast. We can talk about, obviously, selling on Amazon, but we can also talk about y'all's experience at Miami Sellers Conference in the past. Michaela, you've been to one, right?
Yep.
And then, John, you've been to everyone, correct?
I have, yeah.
You've seen the evolution. This year is going to be the best.
It's crazy. Sure. Every year it gets better and better. For sure.
Yeah. I feel like last year was hard to top, but we're going to do it. Got Watch Me Amazon Lit, Reezy. It's going to attract a lot of people. So
agreed.
Yeah. So let's just have you guys introduce yourself and how you started selling on Amazon and what kind of your sales are today. And we can also dive into Michaela's story because there's a lot of rumors going around about you. People think you don't sell on Amazon anymore. People think you're selling stolen goods, like a lot of shit. So I'm just kidding.
That's why the happy hour stopped. There's too much drama.
Too much controversy.
Couldn't take it.
So you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Sweet. So I'm FBA Michaela. I started selling it's a little over 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
I think it was, it'd be in February. Sorry. Almost 2 years.
Anymore.
Almost 2 years now.
It's not as impressive now. Before it was, oh my gosh. Now it's like, okay, she should be doing this.
I got started reselling through consoles. So when Xboxes and PlayStations a few years back. Got started doing that, selling them off Facebook Marketplace, got into eBay through botting. One of my friends at the time was like, hey, have you ever looked into botting? I was like, I don't even know what botting is. He introduced me to a cook group. And then from there, I found Malice, which was one of the biggest cook groups at the time. And I was selling on my eBay store. I was probably doing like $50,000 a month on eBay in revenue. And then it came Christmas time. I actually looked into Amazon because I was selling toys through eBay. And one of the guys I was friends with at the time, he's like, hey, have you ever thought about selling on Amazon? And I was like, no, I have no idea what Amazon even, selling on Amazon is. I honestly didn't even know that you could sell on Amazon. I had no idea. But he introduced me to it and I tried to sell on Amazon and I couldn't because that time, they shut down all the major brands for toys during Christmas. So I wasn't able to sell my toys on there and I gave up. I was like, this is stupid. So then I kept selling on eBay. And then obviously the market crashed with the GPUs and stuff. And so I was forced to try Amazon again. And then, like I said, I've been selling for almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing OA. Then I switched fully to wholesale. It was Q1 last year. So I've been doing almost a full year of wholesale.
Nice. And when I was going through my account shutdown stuff, I remember either before or after my account shutdown, you had some not account shutdown issues, but you stopped because you were scared about a verification process or something. And then I think that's what started the rumors that you don't sell on Amazon anymore. So can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
In that post, it literally says I still do sell Amazon, and I get people all the time asking me. I'm like, yes, I still sell on Amazon.
IQ is low, so they just.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, I still sell on Amazon. Am I doing 200,000 months anymore? No. I'm also very heavily leveraged in the real estate game right now. So I just don't have the capital I once did because I'm buying 5 houses at a time. So, yes, I do still sell on Amazon. Here and there, I'll buy pallets. Like I was talking to John back in December, I bought a pallet's worth of stuff. And during Christmas, I sold OA stuff. I still have stuff in my store right now. So whoever says I'm not selling on Amazon, they don't know my store, I guess.
Yeah. Stop spreading.
You want to
Yeah.
drop at your store.
Yeah, might as well. What are they going to gain from it? Nothing. No, it's not FBA Michaela. No.
And then John, if you want to briefly introduce yourself to the people that don't know you yet.
Yeah, so I'm John, Side Hustle Experiment. I started flipping furniture about 5 years ago on Facebook Marketplace, made like 20, 30 grand that first year, just doing it on the side. And then started Reezy Resubs video, started flipping books, thrifting, quickly scaled up, got into bulk books, quit my job, got a warehouse, did all that stuff. Restock limits hit, and I kind of pivoted to online arbitrage. So I've been doing online arbitrage now about 2 years, fully. Yeah, I've done $2-3 million on Amazon since I started.
Heck yeah. And do you have goals for 2024? Like in terms of sales or profit?
For me, I'd like to do like 1.5 million, 1 to
Nice.
1.5 million in sales. And I'm looking into another venture as well. So that's definitely taking up some time. But yeah, I could see doing 1 million pretty easily.
Heck yeah. And regarding Miami Sellers Conference, the last time you guys were there, what was y'all's favorite part about the event?
I'll go. It was definitely the networking for sure. I think for me too, it's just seeing people in real life that you follow on Instagram or people who follow me and come up to me. I feel like sometimes it's really hard. I feel like I know what you guys are up to usually or other people, but making content, you don't always know who's watching it. I know you say a lot, Romer. It's like, wow, this is like the greatest thing because people watch it 24/7. And you just never know who's watching, and it's always cool. Not everyone will DM you and be like, hey, you helped me out so much, but like if you happen to bump shoulders with them, or it was just crazy. And yeah, just being in the room, just kind of the energy, and be like, oh wow, like you think you're doing something until you run into someone like Dan or Watch Me Amazon or Amazon Lit, and they're doing 20, 30 times what you're doing. And
Yeah.
you're just like, whoa.
And then all the anonymous people too. Like we
Yeah.
had the DJ last year. He won't be DJing this year. He sold all of his equipment. We got to find a new DJ. If y'all know a DJ, comment below. We need a DJ. That's a necessity. But he was like, hey, can I bring my brother? He's got like a little Amazon business. And we're like, sure. He brings his brother. His brother's doing 10 million a year on Amazon.
Wow.
When they say little, it's usually not little at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, Michaela, what about you?
Networking, definitely. Just getting to meet people that I've never. So, like before this, I had never met like another Amazon seller in person before. So, it was just cool to be around people and talk about Amazon and share our experiences. And you learn a lot there too. Like, there's stuff that even if you're a 7-figure seller, 8-figure seller, it doesn't matter. You'll still learn something from there because everybody has a different experience and different story.
Yeah. Yeah. And you help us not get canceled, so we appreciate that.
Yes, we almost got canceled last year.
Yeah, for sure.
We're probably going to try to get canceled again this year because it's always.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the post to come.
I'm ready to go.
We're actually like protecting ourselves though. So we have an Asian here.
Smart.
Oh, David's so nice.
2 women. Guys,
2 women.
look up.
All right.
Michaela, don't beef with this girl too hard. But this is Rebecca Martinez.
Listen, if she wants to fight, we'll have to do it in a few months because I get my thing taken off my leg. So
Looks pretty tough. She's she's really savvy when it comes to social media. You guys should go look at her, find it, flip it.
When you tagged her, I followed her. I was like, damn, she's doing some good things.
Yeah, she knows what she's not a. It's like she just intuit. Like I don't know if it's intuitive, but her content I can just tell has been planned very well for attention, which is what content should accomplish.
Why'd you invite Jameson again?
Why did I? I actually don't know. Yeah, we should just take him off. I'll take him off. Just kidding. Yeah, so this is a speaker lineup. We'll probably get a few more girls in there, but they got to be savages.
we don't want to get canceled.
What other girls do you know that are crushing it, Michaela?
Sarah.
Sarah.
So like it used to be
I think
Sarah
she's
FBA.
Sarah FBA. No, she's Arbitrage Avenue now. I
Yeah,
think.
she's something different now. But yeah, she's like the only other.
What is it,
person.
Sarah with the H?
Yeah.
The other Alexa, she crushes it for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about her. Yeah, Sarah, definitely.
Wait, isn't the other Alexa the wife of
Steve on Twitter, yeah. They run the Village Facebook group.
Well, I found him on Facebook. Yeah, I found him on Facebook and interviewed him on my channel, I think.
I think they did like $2-3 million this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they crush it. They do a lot of RA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good fit. I'll reach out to her. Oh, yeah. I interviewed her husband. Who's the brains of the operation? I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. maybe you could ask them.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Bring them both. They'd actually be really good to invite to Miami Sellers Conference. What was something unexpected that happened at Miami Sellers Conference that you were like, holy shit, didn't expect this? Good, bad?
When
Taylor
I went to
doing
11
the backflip
with Dan.
for sure.
You said what?
Taylor
When I
doing
went
the
to 11 with Dan.
11 with Dan? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Dan,
that.
got me to go to 11.
What's funny about that is I was kind of like messing around with y'all in the group chat or something. That's funny.
Oh yeah. I remember that now. Oh my god, it was so funny. He just like I just met him and Jeff's like, oh my god, I'm such a big fan of yours. And I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is first. We're at that the after party. And he comes up to me and says that to me. And I was like sitting there like trying to think. He's like, I'm Dan's business partner. Like
Mm-hmm.
who he is, right? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh wait, I know who you are. And then like we talked for like 30 minutes and he's like, hey, do you want to go to 11 with us? I was like, I don't even know what this is. He's like, it's a strip club, but it's like it's not really a strip club. And I was like, okay.
Who all squatted up to 11 with you guys?
Me, Dan, Jeff, KT, a couple of KT's friends, and then I can't think of the guy's name. He's good friends with Dan and Jeff.
Billy Flips was there or no?
Yeah, he was there too. He came later. Like the original squad was those people, and then Billy was there, and so was Garrett and his fiance.
Nice.
It was very funny. I was the only girl in that area. I mean, other than the strippers, but I was even close. I was even close there in that section. And everyone kept asking if I was sisters with Jeff and Dan.
How is it being a girl at Miami Sellers Conference, like in a male-dominated industry? Does it intimidate you? Do you not give a shit? Like, what's your perspective, Michaela?
No, I honestly feel like I'm a bro half the time. So like it's just like, oh yeah, like it doesn't even, I don't know. I guess it didn't really faze me because I hung out with everybody there. Like I wasn't just strictly with the females or I wasn't strictly with the males. Like I talked to everybody, and everybody made me feel welcome. So it's like, it's not just like a male dominated event or anything. Like if you're a female, like you'll be fine. There was a whole bunch of females. Actually, I was really surprised about the turnout when we got that photo taken after we were done the first day.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the percent is, but there's got to be like, I think Miami Sellers Conference is actually representative of the sexes when it comes to selling on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like we shouldn't try to make half the speaker lineup female just because half the population is female.
Everybody gets canceled now.
Yeah.
It's over now.
Canceled now.
You know what's really funny though? We will probably have a trans speaker maybe this year or next. Not like intentionally. It just so happens that this person is trans and they sell a lot on Amazon. But the ironic thing is if we had them speak, nobody would know they were trans because of the way they look. So like we would still get canceled because they're white, so
it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to get canceled.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, even if that person was speaking, they would still be talking shit because no one would know. I could be trans, guys. Okay, now we're definitely getting canceled.
We have crossed the line of cancel. There's no going back.
All right, let's move on. I guess we didn't talk about your goals, Michaela. What are your goals for 2024? Are you going to focus on real estate? How much? Let's talk about your real estate too. So your goals for 2024 first not for Miami Sellers Conference, but your goals for Amazon for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to know, like, how deep are you in this real estate stuff? Are you going to make more money doing real estate than Amazon this year?
Yes, nobody wants to hear that, but yes. So regarding my Amazon goals, a lot of people don't know that Ricky and I have a business. Basically, like,
tell him to sponsor Miami, by the way.
I know. I'm trying. He hates Miami. Like
he doesn't have to come, but tell him, I promise you, we've never had a prep center sponsor. If you guys sponsor it, just get like the smallest package, whatever. I promise. Like, if you guys have a booth, that would crush it. We're having a lot of booths this year. Everyone's always asking for prep centers, you know.
I'm trying.
I'll text him right now.
Okay. I don't think he doesn't even know I'm doing this right now, actually. But going back to what I was saying, Ricky and I, we have like I don't know what you would call it, like a distribution company, basically. Like, we're selling to other sellers, but they're not like sellers from, like, you know what I mean, just anybody. Like, these are people within our circle. So it's not like, it's like more of like exclusive thing. But yeah, so I'm still doing, and I actually make more money doing that.
Yeah.
than selling on Amazon.
Well, the thing is, like, good product's good product. Like, I sell to other Amazon sellers too. And yeah, so like it's I mean, if you have good product, it's idiotic to put all your money into it, because you're essentially taking all your money, you're putting it in product, you're sending it to Amazon, where they literally have an agreement that says you cannot sue us. The inventory is 100% in our control. And if the customer buys it from us and we don't want to give her, or we want a refund, we're going to take money from your bank account and give it to them. Like, you literally give rights completely away. So for you to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into inventory, ship it to like a crazy location that you don't have any control over, it's kind of crazy, you know? So like, you have good product over here. You don't have to ship it to Amazon. You can sell it on Shopify. You could sell it on Walmart. Theoretically, you could sell it to other Amazon sellers. And if you have a vast network of Amazon sellers, choose the few that have deep pockets and sell 1% of your product to them and treat it like you're a wholesaler. Tell them, you don't have to do map pricing or be a weirdo, but you can say, hey, look, like, this product should sell for $32. Please don't go below it. Instead of selling to 10 sellers who are newbies who are going to tank the price, you know? So I think that's kind of like the next evolution of kind of protecting yourself in the Amazon business. Like, I think if you're doing wholesale and you have a lot of good connections, you should probably be, you know, sharing them with your closest friends that have deep pockets. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was like shocked about, how like like ballsy you were. You got your accounts shut down and then you restarted. Listen, my account didn't get shut down, knock on wood, but I was scared. I was like straight up scared. So that's why like I started phasing out of Amazon. And people think I'm crazy, which I understand. Like, I did have something good. I was making good money. I was doing 200 plus a month. I enjoyed it, but this is what I will have to say. Whenever you get that email from Amazon and you know that like there's a possibility that your account could get shut down for this issue, that feeling, and we didn't get like resolution on this. I didn't, at least. I know people who have, and I have people who haven't. But this was back in May. So it was from like May, and I didn't have my interview until, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks after that. I was talking to John about this too.
Yeah.
But the feeling that Amazon, at that time, I had over $250,000 worth of stuff in Amazon, money and inventory. And to feel that like Amazon could literally just shut my life down just by like taking my money and my inventory, that's the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. Like, absolute worst feeling. I was like straight up depressed.
Yeah.
Like, the word, I just like moped around, because like, to me, that was my everything. Like, I put all my money into Amazon. Like, I had, well, other than my house, but I was thankful that I did put that money into my house, because that meant that money wasn't in
Yeah.
Amazon too, and it would have been like $350,000. But yeah, so like when people say to you, like when they judge you about not wanting to be 100% in Amazon anymore, like I don't know, like I just like you don't understand. You don't understand. Like you can
Yeah,
say, oh,
yeah,
the problem with it
100%.
is your risk.
I agree. I
You know
used
what I
to have
mean? It's
nightmares. So like,
you don't feel it until it's actually your money and
yeah,
your business and your livelihood on the line. That's all I'm going to say, because I was the same way before it happened to me. And then I realized, like, I'm going to lose everything, like everything.
yeah,
And that point, it was bad. Like, no joke.
yeah.
No
It's
joke.
like the anticipation of it happening is worse than it actually happening.
Hmm.
Just thinking
Especially
about
when
it.
it's like your first time. Like when I got sued by the textbook company, and they were
They
like, "We're gonna
sued you?
take what?"
They sued you?
They were threatening to.
Oh, okay.
And then they wanted like I think 20 grand per title, and I had like 2 titles. I was about ready to quit my job, and then I was like, "Oh snap!" Like this is all going away, and
That's why if you
luckily,
guys have textbooks, send them to.
Grind hard, well done, sir, and welcome to.
We'll
there
sell
you
them
go.
for you. We'll vet them for counterfeits. We have a brand approved textbook account, so you won't get sued, and we will instead. So restrictedinventory.com.
There you go. Yeah, that's where I was sending all my textbooks. But yeah, it's definitely scary to kind of think
Mhm.
about that. And like when you Google like a company like them, they're like top dogs, like represent all the big people, and they're like,
Yep.
I can't fight with them. Like, so it's just, and Amazon wanted nothing to do with it, even though they were legit. And then I'm just like, oh, prove to me like they're fake. They're like, no, like we had a lab look at them and they are. And so you're just kind of stuck. And luckily, I did end up paying them a couple $1,000s, and they promised they would like reinstate me, but it never happened.
Really?
Um, yeah, they're just like, oh, if you pay us $1,000 a title, we'll give a letter that you could give to Amazon to let you sell the textbooks again.
Oh, to let you sell the textbooks. They said that to let you sell the
Yeah,
textbooks.
to let you to get like reapproved, and then I sent it to Amazon, and I was like, no. I went back to the law firm, and they're like, no, we're not giving you anything else. Like that should
What you could
work.
have done, and this is like probably nobody will need to actually do this, but if you're a super serious bookseller, what you can do when you get that first notice from them is you can ask to become part of their EPEG approved program where
Mm,
they come and vet your warehouse. You have to have an in-house operation, and we would probably have to spend 20 to 50 grand on textbook titles, brand new editions
yeah.
to prove, to cross reference the actual authentic title versus the potential counterfeits coming through. But that's an option for people.
I do remember them saying that. They're like, oh, you could buy the textbooks every year and check against it.
I thought about
I was,
doing that, but I
I
was
was
like,
like,
I don't want to, like, I'm
crazy.
traveling. I don't want to come back. I don't want to have an in-house operations. I just partnered with somebody who does that for me. So
Smart.
yeah. Michaela, back to your year goals and
We drifted way off.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
got off
Big
on a
circle.
tangent, but
let's talk about the real estate. Like
um,
what kind of money you making with that, as much as you can share.
so my goals this year, I said about a month ago now. Well, actually, yeah, a month ago now. And it was one house every month, so 12 houses. And I've already bought two. One closes next week, and I've got 200 contracts. So
That's
I
awesome.
think 12 was not high enough, but we'll continue on. And then
And yeah, how are you buying this? You using all your own cash? What percent
no,
down are you
I'm using
paying? Are
other
you planning
people's
on
money now.
Airbnb in these? Like, what's kind of your long-term vision?
So I've been using private investor money. So if any
Okay.
rich individuals wants to invest
You a
in
sugar daddy?
Midwest, no, I need a sugar daddy or a sugar
I thought you
daddy.
found one maybe in Miami. Miami. Florida.
No, I need to go down. No, I'll wear a shirt that says "Need Sugar Daddy."
Be careful. Don't sit too close to Dan with that shirt. 1,000
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Dan. But no, I'm using other people's money now. Um, I got in contact with a guy who likes to invest, and he used to do flipping and all of the stuff that I'm doing now. He said it's too much of a headache for him. It's just easier for him to just park some money into somebody else's and let them do all the work, and he'll collect the returns. But So yeah, I'm using other people's money. Once you get to like the wind and the grasp on how powerful other people's money is, even in like your Amazon business, for example, any kind of business, not just one particular business, but other people's money in general, life changing, life changing.
Yeah,
Because
for
like
sure.
you're not putting your own money up into it. Like if you can find somebody who's like, hey, like he told me 5 to 6 houses at a time is what he can max out right now until we build him more capital, and then he's also invested in other stuff, and once they refinance or sell or whatever, then he can our goal is to keep all of our money in it, so we'll just keep piling it up until his.
And so what are you doing once you buy these houses?
So I'll just go through the beginning. So I've been using mailers, which people say like people send mail still. Yes, people still send mail. It's location dependent. So like what works for my location may not work for you. So the people that I'm generally targeting and the people in my area, they tend to be older people. So like people that don't text and maybe they don't even have a cell phone, like, or they may have like a flip phone or something, or like a house phone. So these people are generally better with mail. So I've been sending out mailers, which I've been documenting on my Instagram, but I sent out probably almost 500, I think, mailers, and they're handwritten too.
And we'll link your Instagram below so people can follow too.
Yes, they're handwritten. Well, I was dumb. So the first like 100 of them, I actually hand wrote, like literally hand wrote, and it was awful. But then I don't know why, it just dawned on me. Why don't I just write it and then copy it? And it literally looks like
Exactly the same.
it literally looks like it's handwritten. So
Yeah.
so it looks handwritten. Nobody knows. So
They have a company called Handwritten. Have you seen that one?
yeah, you know how much they charge you?
A ton.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. You know how much this cost me? The paper was $10 for 500 pieces.
Yeah.
Do you print them yourself?
What?
Do you print it yourself?
Yeah, I print it myself
Oh.
too. I'm so cheap. Ricky yells at me. He's like, "You just go buy them on the internet and have them do it for you." Ricky, no. We're doing things the old-fashioned way. But no, I've had really good success with them. Like compared to other people, like somebody I know who's a big investor. He said his success rate was like he sent out 4,500 mailers and he had like 15 calls. So mine, I had almost 500, and I've had probably 15.
Do you have a call center, or are you taking the
No,
call?
it's me. I wear all the hats in this business. I am everybody except for the contractor most of the time because I had surgery, so I can't really do a whole lot. But
My
most of
cousin's
the
doing this. My cousin's literally doing the exact same thing you're doing, but he paid for a course, and
Mhm.
part of the course was they connect you with a private lender, and there's a call center. So he sent out 3,000 mailers. Instead, they call a call center, they vet, and then if it's a good fit, then they route it to him.
We
And
get some
then
details on
if
this.
it's still a good buy, the private lender will actually give the money. So for like,
Send
hey,
me the information if you could ask this person the information for this.
yeah, it's my cousin. You said what? You want me to send it to you?
Yes, please. I
Okay.
might be interested in this.
Yeah, I'll text him right now.
No, I'm fielding all the calls myself. I'm sending out the mailers. My mom helps me with some of it. But
I guess the conflict of interest would be, I guess you could do it this way, but the conflict of interest would be they want you to use their private lender. But
yeah, well, maybe I'm interested in all of this. Maybe
Right.
I don't have a. Everyone asks me if I taken a course. No, I learned everything just by doing, and I've took some losses, but
Yeah.
it's all. It's called market tuition. You pay for it. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I got off on tangent again. But I send out these mailers, and I use a software where I go. I drive around neighborhoods. The last time I did it was right before I had surgery last month. And what we did was it's called Deal Machine. It's an app that tracks where you actually go, what streets you go up and down and which roads you go up and down. And you can actually click on the houses when you're driving. So originally I was driving. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. And then I was trying to
yeah,
so I had my mom drive and I was in the back and my dad was on the other side. So we could hit both sides of the street at the same time. And we would just go through and like the criteria was if it had weeds on it, if it had like the roof was falling off of it, if the windows were busted, if it looked like there was nobody living in it, if it needed like a lot of work, that we put it on the list. And then we just went up and down. We spent probably 3 or 4 hours doing that one day. And then I created the list from there. And then that's whenever I excluded anybody who like that where the house had a huge loan against it. Like if I knew that they've got like an $80,000 loan, this house is only probably worth 40. Like I excluded those, or if it had been recently sold, excluded those. And then that's where the letters come in. I send all of those letters out to these people, and then they call me. And then most of the time the houses are like not good. Because you have to remember whenever you're looking for like distressed properties, like properties that are real bad, you're going to find a lot of duds. Like the most important thing is you find the golden nuggets. So I probably said no to like half of those calls at least, just because they weren't in good condition. And I won't touch anything with foundation issues or structural issues, just because that's just not something I want to deal with right now. But I'll do everything else. Like most of the houses I buy, they're under like, I'd say the average is probably around 20,000.
Nice. So is that all you're doing? You're always looking for distressed properties, or like is some of your portfolio regular real estate, or no?
No. I am known as the crusty house buyer in my area. So if anybody sees a house that needs work, they send it my way, because a lot of the investors that I know, they're way older than me. We're talking like 40s, 50s and up. They're just getting, you know what I mean? They're getting to the age where they don't want to have to deal with all the stuff that I want to deal with. So they buy all the turnkey stuff. So anytime I go to a house or I talk to somebody and they're like, hey, it's updated or whatever, because I'll ask them what condition is it in. And when they say like, hey, I just put a new roof on it. Hey, I just did this. I'm like, okay, never mind. Like you lost me. But I have somebody that might buy this one. And so now we kind of just swap. If I get any turnkey, they get the turnkey. And if they get any crusty houses, then they send it my way.
Gotcha. Would you recommend this model for people? Like, let's just say you have your average Amazon seller who's doing like pretty good profits, like $250,000 a year profit. Would you recommend that it's worth their time to park their money in real estate through this method? Like how much effort is truly needed to find these, or would it just be better for them to buy Bitcoin?
Okay. So the original reason why I was so interested in doing real estate is because of one is the tax benefits. And then obviously the long term. So like the appreciation and having a consistent cash flow as long as your rental is being rented. So I think it's good to always, diversify and stuff from your Amazon business. It just kind of depends on what you want per se, like how much involvement you want. So if you have, say your Amazon's business is pretty much automated and maybe you only spend like 5 hours or 10 hours a week on it, then you have time to do so. You don't have to do things exactly like I do it. You could buy turnkey properties and stick a tenant in there, have a property manager, and you have, very little like responsibility. Obviously it's not passive, but because you're still doing stuff for that business, but it's, at least better than what I'm doing, which I'm very active in my business. I'm the one, like I said, I'm fielding the calls, I'm sending the mailers, I'm making offers, I'm going and walking the properties with my contractor and my dad. Like these are these are very active, and like it is like a full-time job. So like it's hard to run, an Amazon store that you're really active in, and then can it be done still? Yeah. You just kind of have to figure out if you could hire out a team, just like, delegating for your Amazon store, I could hire, a VA or two to set up my, like my lead flow. Cause I'm just doing mailers right now, but you can do like calls and texts and stuff like that. And that way I don't have to do it. They can, funnel in the leads and then talk to the people. And if they think that's a warm lead, then they'll send it my way and then I can close it. There's just ways to delegate it. But right now I'm starting it so small. Like I'm just doing it basically how I did my Amazon business. Like I didn't have employees to begin with. So I'm starting this with no employees. And then once I get more deals underneath my belt and make, more money to justify, hiring employees and VAs and stuff.
I'm having a brain fart. I know I asked this question already, but are you Airbnb-ing these, or like short-term rental, long-term?
I just do long-term.
Okay.
Long-term. I just want.
How involved in that part? Are you wearing that hat too?
Oh yes, I wear that hat too. Yeah, I just showed my house. One of the rentals, the one that I just posted actually. I got it rented out pretty
You have one of
fast.
these hats?
No, I don't have one of those hats.
All right.
Even though I wear hats all the time, I didn't get a hat.
I'll send you one. John, do
I
you
would
have
wear
one?
that
I
all
don't
over.
have one either.
All right,
No.
I'll send both
What the
y'all.
heck? How does the hat wearing girl not have a hat?
Do you want white or black?
Black.
Black.
I'll get the white dirty when I'm going out. I like to wear them, you know what I mean, on the job and stuff.
On
So
the
it's
job.
gotta be black. But yeah, I do all the. What I'm trying to do is transition my mom into my property manager because she now, because of
You
me
have
having.
VAs or anything, Michaela?
What'd you say?
Do you have VAs or like a right hand?
No, I don't have anybody. It's
Dude,
just
I
me,
literally don't
myself,
see how
and
y'all
I.
survive. Like I
don't know how I
let me
survive.
break
I
this.
need an assistant.
A giant fucking baby, y'all.
No, I definitely need an assistant, but my mom has been doing a good job for me, so she goes and looks at houses with me, and she writes the address on my envelopes
Look
for
at
me,
this.
so I don't have to do it all.
I don't make food. This is all meal prep. So I pay like $11 a meal, pop it in the microwave. I never have to clean my apartment because
Is
I
that
just throw
like
it.
is it a nationwide thing, or is it just like a specific to your area?
Oh no, it's nationwide. Trevor
What's it
Peterson does
called?
it too. It's factor meal, and it's super healthy too.
Oh,
And then I have a virtual assistant who's been with me for like 4 years now, and he does everything for me. Like I work a job as a wrestling coach. He fills out all the paperwork. He does anything like he does my job for me online for all my paperwork shit. Like I don't do any of that. And then when it comes to my Amazon wholesale business, he buys all my product. Like I didn't understand like how you wear so many hats, but
you just do. When you're cheap like me, you just do.
I'm still doing a bunch of shit though. But I just give my hats to everyone else, and then that's probably why so much shit's fucked up though. Like over the last, like I should be more meticulous. Like if I would never have had those account shutdown issues if I was just a little bit more paranoid and never logged in on the same device.
But I think that's things that people don't think about though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
it's not an
didn't know
issue until
about
it's an
this.
issue. You just never
Yeah,
really
yeah. Like, I
foresee it.
didn't know it was an issue until, you know what I mean, until
I
we
knew it
went
was an
through my
issue,
process.
and I still did
So
it. So
it's just things people don't talk about, you know. They don't want to talk about, you know, your account can get shut down for stupid stuff. May or
yeah,
may not be the fault either. So it's just kind
I
of
talk about it all the time. Every
yeah, I'm
podcast.
glad you do. I try to talk about it and people were not very pleasant with me. So I was like, you know what?
Gurus,
What? Gurus?
like gurus were not.
Nah, you know, people always talk. That's what my last tweet was. I've just been kind of in
People are
like
upset why that you're talking about. Like I don't get it.
I don't know because people are like, well, you had, you know, I don't know how you just stopped selling. Like, I think it's dumb. Like, you just must be a baby or something. And I'm like,
You know,
okay.
somebody got mad at me on YouTube when I posted my account shutdown video. And then a week later, I was like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm still going to grow my business, still going to grow my personal brand. So I started making videos and selling books like a week after. And somebody was like, how dare you make videos on how to sell on Amazon? But we know your account was suspended. Like, you're scum of the earth, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, wow. Okay.
I don't know. There's just such a misconception. Like, number one, people just assume you're not doing what you're doing, what you said you were doing, just because you don't post about it. Like, I haven't even posted about the 5 houses I'm trying to buy because why? You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll get around to it at some point in time.
Yeah, and I don't think you should always post bad shit on social media. Like I see some of my friends or people on Facebook, they just post sad shit all the time. I'm like, guys, nobody wants to see your fucking sad life anymore. Like, stop. You know,
There's a balance.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance, but you also want to, you know, if it is helpful, you do want to document the bad if it's helpful. But if it's not helpful, honestly, just keep that shit to yourself. Like that's my opinion.
No, that's why I was glad you shared your story too, because I'm like, maybe people will realize, like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to discourage anybody from selling on Amazon. That's not my, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today without Amazon. So, like, that's not what I'm trying to say at all. But it is a real thing people need to think about because People just have like, and I did too. I had the rose tinted glasses. I was like, oh, everything's fine. I'm going to put $250,000 into this Amazon store. Amazon's not going to shut me down. Like I am the queen. And like, I was like living the life. And then the world just stops. When you get that email from Amazon, like important info regarding your Amazon account email.
Oh, I hate
I
those.
got one actually a couple of days ago, and it was just for the Clinique thing. And I got it in my just.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
There's lots of people like that.
It's like, and your brain is smart enough. Well, I mean, nobody's really in the position that I am, or I mean, people are in different positions. I'll just say that. I don't know what you're going through with your Amazon business, everyone else, but I knew my accounts were going to get shut down, and like my brain put together like all the parts. I would literally have dreams at night of what was about to happen, and then it would happen. And so, like if it, for example, I guess a lot of people could probably empathize. Is that the word? With this situation where you have a distributor, and you know the distributor is small enough to where the invoices probably aren't known by Amazon, and you have $100,000 of inventory from that distributor. You could go to sleep at night and have a nightmare that Amazon asked for authenticity for all the items you've been selling, and you can't really prove it because that distributor might just, it's not legit according to Amazon. So that's like an example of what everyone could kind of have a nightmare about. And that's why you got to mitigate your risk with different things. But yeah, I knew it was about to happen. Like I had test buys from the textbook company. Like I knew my account was going to get shut down. I just didn't know when. And so I went like 4 months waiting for that. And I would go to sleep in Colombia. I was in like a third world country. I'm like, I don't even know if I'll be able to get a plane ticket back home. Like,
It's a scary thing. Like people think it's like, oh, you're just no. Like it literally is a scary thing.
I was talking to one guy, and I sold on his account, and he knew what was about to happen, and we were on the phone, and it got pretty ugly with me and him. It didn't turn out. He stole money from me and stuff. But anyway, like he was like, that's probably why you're in Colombia. He's like, you're in Colombia because you know that like you could potentially go to jail if you're in the States. Like he thought like this was like serious enough to go to jail. And he's like, that's why you're hiding out in Colombia. And I'm like, no, dude, I just want to salsa dance. That's why I'm down here. But,
okay. Yes, that's why I'm down here. You caught me red-handed.
yeah.
Oh my God. Better days ahead though.
Yeah, maybe you can talk a little bit about real estate at the Miami Sellers Conference, because a lot of people want to park their money somewhere else. So I don't know.
Yeah, you can park your money, and my house is here in the Midwest. There's so much room for money to be parked out here. Like
you can give your talk and be like, private lenders hit me up.
Private money, you come my way. Yeah, literally. The place, I'm not even going to share the place because I'm not sharing my gold mine with anybody. But the place that I'm investing in, I can go on the county auditors list, and they'll have like all of the information regarding taxes and everything. And there's a section on there where I can see like delinquent tax, like the houses and stuff. And like in this area alone, there's 500 people that are on that list. And mind you, this town's only like 5,000 people. So it's a pretty large amount. And I know people are like 500 people is not that much, but in this area, it really is. It's like, equating to like Columbus. Say there's like 30,000 people in Columbus compared to there. There's a lot.
Yep.
It's gold mine though. I'll tell you how much. I'll tell you where it's at if you give me $1 million.
All right, I got you after this.
I'll post my Cash App below.
Definitely can't send 1 million on Cash App. They don't let me send like 1,000.
No. I'll just give you my wire information.
All right, guys, thanks for coming on. If you guys want to buy tickets for Miami Sellers Conference, that's MiamiSellersConference.com. Real quick, I'll show you guys one more time. Shout out to our sponsors too. We got sponsors this year. We're growing.
Let's go.
Michaela sponsor us. Here's all our speakers. Watch Me Amazon, Fields of Profit, Flips for Miles, me, Taylor, Reezy Resells, Tim, Amazon Lit, Joji Davenport. This guy does $800,000 per month as a bulk bookseller. Vishal. Tom travels the world. I had steak with him down in Mexico. Actually paid $150 for a steak with him in Mexico. It's fucking crazy.
Damn.
And it was a tomahawk steak for 4 people, but I ate it all myself. We got Corey doing 10 million lifetime sales, 1,000 ASINs. He'll be going to 11 on Saturday night if y'all want to squat up with him. Chris Grant, Alexis, he's Miami-based, doing 8 figures a year. Mundo Amazon's going to be there, another Miami-based guy. Garrett, Trevin Peterson, private label guy. Kay Peterson is Trevin's brother, and he's at 100K on Instagram. He just grew to like 90K followers in a few months. He's doing a comfort challenge right now, doing things that are uncomfortable, like dancing in public. He hitchhiked to Vegas or to LA from Vegas. He's just doing whatever people say is uncomfortable on his Instagram comments. He's doing that. He's growing his Instagram like crazy. Rake and Profit, Jameson Philippi, FBA Michaela, John, and Rebecca Martinez. And we got David Chung as well. So, and we got notable attendees. So if you guys want to be added to this list, if you think you should be added to the notable attendees list, we got this guy down here. He's retired and he flips books on Amazon that does $500,000 a year in seasonal flips. So, and then we got our sponsors down here. We got Seller Amp, Hey CPA. So if you guys need your taxes done, reach out to him. Arbitrage Card. Actually about to meet with this guy right now. This is interesting. He sells gift cards. So huge for OA people. We got Be Cool, Go To Lister, the fastest listing software on the planet. And then I don't even know how to say this, Fluz or Flus. Shout out them. We'll get more. And we have a yacht this year again. That's going to be.
It was fun last year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time, y'all. So see you guys in Miami, and thanks for coming on the pod. We'll link both your socials below. So go give them a follow on YouTube, Instagram, wherever they're at. So much love. See you guys soon.
Peace.